Hi, I'm Jen, and I forgot to record an intro video. All right, so let's talk about this past week. I made it past 20,000 words this week, which is awesome and amazing, and I knew that it was going to happen, that I was going to get to one of my rewards and think, it's not worth it. I don't really need to reward myself. Like, I've just done more of the same. The first reward was a trade paperback of a comic book that I've been collecting. It was only like $6 on Thrift Books, so I didn't feel bad about ordering it. My second reward was a pair of Minnie Mouse ears, which I love to collect but don't love to spend money on because they are kind of expensive for what they are and for how often I'm going to Disney, especially right now. And so I got to the second reward and was like, maybe I shouldn't do it. Maybe I shouldn't get it. But I wanted to brag about how I had made it to 20,000 words. So I told Jeremy, who's my rewards buddy, and let him know, I've made it to 20,000. I'm gonna just keep on going. And he was like, okay, what's the reward? Let's go online. Let's order it. And yeah, he is the perfect rewards buddy and kind of the most perfect buddy in the world. But today at noon, I actually had to take the kids in for doctor's appointments. So when I got back, they got a little bit of a late nap. And I was ahead on my word count and not super motivated to write. So I decided to just sit in my room and take a little break and play some Animal Crossing. And that was fantastic. Once Jeremy was done with his workday, I got to work cleaning up my planner and ate dinner at my desk, which I do sometimes during NaNoWriMo. I try not to make a habit of it when I don't have to, but I do when I'm staying focused on writing. And I had a write-in that started at around 6 and then another one much later that night. So that was my evening on Tuesday. Wednesday was a surprise work day. Because it was Veterans Day, Jeremy actually wasn't working, so I didn't really have anything planned for the day, and I tried to get some things off my to-do list, starting with Christmas, which means that I had to put together a list for the people in my life who keep asking me what I want for Christmas. And so I spent a little bit of time doing that before diving into lunch and some writing. Again, it was kind of middle of the day, so there weren't any write-ins, but I just sort of ate my yogurt, caught up on some YouTube vids, and then my Monster magazine physical copy came in from Staples, so I read through that, which I had been waiting to do until I had the physical copy because I have a really hard time reading things on screens, for the most part. Okay, so it is 5 o'clock in the evening. I am working on my 3-act outline. I finished the first act. I decided I was gonna take that and make that my first week of work. And then the second act is what I'm working on this week. So I'm keeping that printed out here. I'm gonna expand on some of the scenes so that I know where I'm going. And then I'm gonna do the third act next week. And then the final week-ish, I'm gonna sort of go through and see what scenes I forgot to write or what scenes I wanna write more of. And that's my plan for NaNoWriMo. So I'm actually ahead in words by a couple hundred right now, so I'm not worrying about like typing. I'm gonna give my wrists a little bit of a rest, and I'm gonna work in my binder with my 3-act structure and sort of fill in some of that. So yeah. Later on Wednesday night, I also attended a meeting with the Maryland Writers Association about beta readers and manuscript assessments and how to make the most of that important editorial help. Here's a picture that perfectly encapsulates both how I feel about writer's block and how I feel about mid-month slump of NaNoWriMo. On Tuesday, I actually got confirmation that my shed was finally going to be arriving. So Thursday and Friday, we went outside and worked on the foundation a little bit more, finishing up the gravel pit and the wooden frame so that the gravel doesn't erode. We needed a little bit more gravel, so I ordered that real quickly. We headed out to Lowe's, picked it up, and then I started unpacking the 1,135-pound package that was dumped in my front lawn, ceremoniously, by the way. The delivery man was very, very nice. And I needed to start figuring out what the hell I was going to do with all this super heavy paneling. Because Saturday morning, we had to go to the ER, unrelated to all the panel moving. Thankfully, my Alpha Smart 3000 also arrived on Saturday. I'll talk a lot more about that next week, but that was this week in NaNoWriMo world. I'll see you guys next week. Stay safe and stay healthy until then. Happy NaNoWriMo!
Are you always this articulate?
Hercules, my